Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the midday live. We're here, man. Mondays. You know what I mean? The season is what? Less than 4 weeks away, man. And we're excited. We're gearing up to it. Transfers are happening. Bombers are happening. You know what I mean? We even got Roms on the ITK. You know what I mean? We got Roms in the building. Roms, what are you telling me, broski?
No, I'm good. You know me, just winding up a few this morning. But big up Ash, big up Dan Potts, big up everyone in the chat. Smash them lads. But you're shameless side with this title. You're shameless with the title. It is not that much.
Brother, listen. When I seen 82 million, I said, yo, let me go on my iCurrency. What's that in dollars? And he said 109 million. Unless the dollar rate's gone up. I don't know. So you're going to blame the currency, not me.
Do you know what it is? The price we've got him for in this market, in my opinion, is a steal. When you've seen what other strikers have gone for in the last 3-4 years, we've pulled their pants down, in my opinion. But we'll get into it. Later on.
We'll get into it, man. Big up to you, man. We got man like Ash in the building, man. Listen, big up to Ash. He's covering for George, who's in Barcelona right now, enjoying himself. But Ash, always a pleasure, man, to bring you on the channel, man. Big up, bro.
Big up, man. Man's called me off the bench, innit? So man's had to fill in and just do a little job here. But yeah.
Come on.
Big up you, man. Big up the chat as always. Big up the panel. Yeah, love every time. And let's talk about this Hugo Ekitike. Huge. Look at a huge neck, boy. Hey, yo. Crazy, so.
You know what? Pause. But you know what that next pause?
Yeah.
Lava.
He comes to your ground and he nods one in. That's what that next pause. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see.
Going home.
You know what would be a good name? Hugo Ekitike. That's a good name. Hugo Ekitike. That would be a good name.
It took me a while. Yeah, Hugo Ekitike.
Yeah. Man, like Dan Potts, man. You know what I mean? Is there any updates on the Gyokeres? Is he in South London? Is he in North London? You know what I was there. People are calling him. You know what I mean? But how are you, man? Anyway, man, Dan Potts.
Good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm still waiting for my striker. I'm going into pre-season settings with Havertz and Marino up top, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not happy about that. So yeah, we need to get this striker situation sorted. We've seen him following Arsenal, his brother's following Arsenal, his removal vans outside his house, but still no striker, man. I'm sick of it. So it's taken too long. I feel how you feel now, Saeed, with Mbeumo. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like taking that long. So I hope we can get across the line soon, man, because becoming frustrating and impatient now. But big up to everyone that's here. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe. Big up to the panel and looking forward to this as ever, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Big up to everyone who's locked in right now. 1.6K in the building. Let's get these likes up ASAP. You know what I mean? First target, 500. Following target is 1,000 likes minimum on the news, on the show. Don will be here any minute, people. You know what I mean? He's just got some calls to make. And LB, like I said, people, he'll be back once the season starts. So if you're like wondering where LB is, he'll be back when the season starts. So shout out to LB each every time. But listen, we got to start with the Hugo Ekitike. You know what's mad here? It dropped here while I was watching the boxing. And I was like, brother, can you not, like, I always think with these journalists here, bro, like, when there's a sporting event going on like that, bro, just wait till the next morning or something, bro. Like, why drop it then? Because everybody's thinking, yo, Devoir, make sure you know what I mean, defend yourself, bro. But it came during the Devoir fight and Usyk. Shout out to Usyk, man. You know, defended his belts again, undisputed. But we heard the news about right now that Liverpool have reached an agreement with Eintracht Frankfurt side Hugo Ekitike. 79 million is the deal. 69 million base fee, 10 million bonuses based on success for Liverpool and below 95 million euros that Frankfurt target. 6-year contract. Medical then joins the tour, man. So 69 million base fee. Not bad. I can't lie to you. That's not a bad fee. Bonuses. We always say, you know, Rums, it's a good thing because then, you know, if you get some bonuses, that means you've done well. Yeah. But yeah, how are you, man? Like, what are you saying? Like,
bro,
you feel like it's worth it, or?
I'm happy with the deal. Of course, like, I wanted Isak as number one. That because I feel like Ekitike is not the finished article, so he's still going to need time. Where Isak, for me, I think we're favourites to win the league, but Isak basically start etching our name on the trophy. That's the type of signing Isak is, in my opinion. But I think when it's all said and done, he stays at Newcastle. I know there's a lot of rumours linking him to Saudi and us whatnot. But look, I've always said on this show, I don't really like watching compilations because you're either the best thing ever or you're the worst thing ever. There's no real middle ground. There's no balance with compilations. However, I've had to do my due diligence. I've only watched him against your team, Jay. When he, not Jay, sorry, Ash, sorry, not Jay.
Yeah.
When he scored against you, that's the only 90 minutes I've ever watched him, and I like what I saw. I had to obviously do more research, and he's got better fundamentals than the 9 we have at the moment. I know Nunes got a hat trick against Stoke. Don't know if you were aware, but again, it's pre-season. I think it was their young lot, but he's got better fundamentals than Nunes. He's quite technical. Yes, his finishing needs polishing, but the reason why I'm not going to be too harsh on him for his first season, we've got output for other areas. Gakpo's coming off the back of his best season for us. Verts, for me, is guaranteed output. I know people are going to say, will he do it in the Prem? You'll just see that some talents are just undeniable, and we still got Salah. So in my opinion, and got McAllister that will chip in with 5-6 goals a season. I don't think we're going to be heavily reliant on him to score, but at the end of the day, he is a 9, so he is going has to put up some numbers. But if he doesn't get outrageous numbers, we're not going to be on him as a fan base. Second season, then we've got to look at him a bit more. We're not going to be on him, but I think the base fee, like you said, Saeed, 69 million, I think is wicked. If we have to pay another 10, that means we've done well, or the player himself has done well. And I just see, if you look at what strikers have gone for the last 3 or 4 years, your Havertz, your Højlunds, and other strikers, I just think, for me, this is a still. I think he's very technically good. He's got good fundamentals, and I think he'll improve. He has to improve on us with the players he's playing around. So I think this is a good deal, especially what was originally getting quoted, what you put in your title. Especially that was originally getting quoted. We've got about 20 million less than that. So I think it's good. I'm happy with it. I don't think our business is done because Diaz is out the door. I think we're going to look for a left winger, whether it be Rodrygo or someone else. I still think we're going to look at a centre-back. There's a guy from Parma we're looking at. I forgot his name, but it's him and Gahey. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Chat helped me out. But yeah, I'm happy with the deal side, honestly. Yeah. I think 69 million, or if you want to say 79 million in this market, it's just still, let's be honest, that's like the new 40 million, if we're being honest.
Right now. I don't know what 40 million now is.
Leone, that's it. Leone, big up.
Well, aren't you worried, though, that you're buying a number 9 that's being compared to, like, Jackson? Because Jackson, on the ball, he's quite technical, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's able to carry the ball. He links up well with Palmer, do you know what I'm saying? But in front of goal, he's a bit shaky, innit? Obviously, like, you've got Nunes, who's shaky in front of goal. Wouldn't you want to buy a player that's, you know, can hit the back of the net, can find the back of the net? Wouldn't you want a clinical striker? Because, like, you're going from one problem and then you're buying something that doesn't quite fix it. And obviously, RIP Jota, that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the 20s, because I see there's a little pattern going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a pattern,
But there's a lot of 20s around at the moment. But yeah, big up Jota. But yeah, I think losing Jota, for me, obviously, he wasn't always available. So good that you got Ekitike, because he's going to be more available than maybe he was. But I just, like, you've got Gakpo that runs the channels a lot, you know what I'm saying, and drifts in and scores goals for you. Then you're buying an Ekitike who also runs channels and drifts in, but doesn't quite find the back of the net. And I don't know if that, do you see what I'm trying to say? I know. What do you think about that?
I hear where you're coming from, but I've been saying this the last 6 months. I don't know if Slot even wants an out-and-out 20, 30 goal machine. And I say that to say this. If you look at the profiles we've been linked with since the season ended, your João Pedros, your Ekitikes, your Alexander Isaks, one thing they all have in common, they're all good technically and they're all good linchpins, if as you'd say, right? With Nunes, he's the opposite. Well, don't get twisted. There's been a few games he's linked up well with Salah and Gakpo. I'm not going to say he's been a sub every single game, but predominantly the ball goes away from him. He's not the best technically. We all know this. So I think Slot kind of wants that linchpin striker that he can kind of nurture. Yes, people will say we're in a win now season. We want to retain something we've not done in ages. But where we've got output from other areas, I don't think we're as reliant. Let's say I don't want to bring Potts' team into this, but let's say we're Arsenal where there's only really one player out of the front three that's guaranteed output. Then it'll be more of a cause for concern. But now we've got 2 or 3 players that can chip in. I don't think we're as prominent on him scoring. But I get where you're coming from. Do I want more goals from my 9? Of course, because you've seen Nunes isn't the most prolific. And again, this is why compilations, you've got to be careful. I've seen compilations of Ekitike banging them in, but then I've seen compilations where he's missing for fun. So I understand what I'm saying. But that is why, though, Ash, that's why I wanted Isak as my number one target, because he can link up play and he's getting you 25 league goals minimum. Do you know what I mean?
But I will say, though,
Isak was my number one. But
yeah.
I don't know.
What I will say, John, he's got 8 assists last season. He got 3 in Europa League as well, and he got 1 in the Copa. So what's that? 12 assists for a striker. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's a different sort of striker. I wouldn't say he's an out-and-out number 9. Like you said there, Ash, he likes to drift out wide. I think for me, this could benefit Salah, because now Salah's got someone putting the ball on the plate for him. He's got someone that, you know what I mean, can help him in that regard. Like, Salah's not always going to be the creator. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think that there is a different kind of facet to his game that I think is very, very admirable in this day and age right now. You feel me?
You've got work for that, though, innit? You
got words. Then how do we know that Verse is gonna be a success in the first year? We don't know, do we? Like, you know, as much as you say he is, but right now at the minute, you know, he might not.
You know what? Do you know what as well? I think people look at the examples from Germany when it comes to attackers strictly, because, you know, from the Bundesliga, there have been players that have come over and it's worked out. But if you look at some of the forward players that have come from that league, it hasn't quite swapped over. Mamouche being the exception, and maybe Haaland. I kind of struggle to see like forwards coming from that Bundesliga and then, you know, them hitting the ground running. But like, I hear what you're saying, though. You man are saying that you've got a forward now. It's going to help, you know, get Salah more goals, and it's going to help the others chip in as well. The others are going to chip in as well. But it's just like something I'm looking at. I'm like, I know, man, saying 40 million, 70 million is the new 40 million. I hear it. But then I look at Man United.
7 million at the day. I know what you mean. It's still
yeah. But
I don't know.
But the market is dead. Unless you get in the Osmans here, the even in Gyokeres, even people are still not even buying into Gyokeres and saying he's a guaranteed and whatever. Like, people have still got their humming and hawing about Gyokeres. So it's almost like you can't really buy the perfect striker. You can't. You know what I mean? You've got to have at least a little bit. You've got to gamble of potential.
You got to go for a bit of a risk, man. You got to go for a bit of a risk. You got to look at the least amount of risk. And I think for me, as much as it's underwhelming from Isak to Ekitike, and it really is, I would say that he's better than what Liverpool have got. Because if right now I look at Liverpool's front three, Gyokeres, you can correct me, Roms, or I'll go front four, it's Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, and Nunez. Well, Ekitike is better than Nunez, and he's probably got more potential than Gakpo. So Liverpool have actually upgraded, even though it's underwhelming in comparison to Isak. I'm with Roms. If Isak goes to Liverpool, I think the white flags will be waved by everybody, right? Because it's done, it's wrapped up. But for me, I think there's always a chance now. And the striker market is so dead that I was praying it was going to be Gyokeres. And I'm so glad that it looks like it's going to be, because I didn't want any of the others, because Julian Alvarez isn't available. Isak isn't available. And the only other one I would have taken is Osimhen. And it looks like he's going to Galatasaray. I didn't want a João Pedro leading the line for Arsenal, or Mateta or Watkins or one of those guys. I don't think that's good enough for Arsenal to win the league. And I think Gyokeres is the least amount of risk. The only thing I will say is, I think we have to remain consistent, because I was one who said, I'm not sure about Sesko, but now Liverpool have gone and spent more money on Ekitike, who got 2 more goals than Sesko in the Bundesliga, and it's like, wow, that's unbelievable. So I'm not sure it is unbelievable. I think it's one of the ones they had to go for, but I think him and Sesko, I know they're different players, and I think Ekitike's got potential just as much as Sesko has. I'm not saying that, but I think we do remain consistent. We can't be saying that Sesko would have been a nightmare of a signing and Ekitike is a genius piece of work. I think that's hypocritical, personally. I think they're both unproven at the same similar kind of age in terms of their profile and what they could do potentially. So I think we have to remember that. But I think it's a fair signing for Liverpool. And I'm not really one of these accountants who says, oh my God, it's mad money. That's where it is at the market at the moment. There ain't no strikers about, man. There ain't no strikers about.
You know what, Potts? You hit the nail on the head. The 4 strikers you named, I was literally going to name. Outside of Alvarez, Gyokeres, Isak, and Osimhen for this summer, I think everyone is a bit of a gamble. They're the 4 kind of certainty. Some people might question Gyokeres. I'm not one of them people that do. I think if you've got 70 goals in your last 2 seasons and you've already played in this country, albeit Championship, if you listen to a lot of interviews, Championship sometimes is as much, if not more, demanding in the Premier League anyway. This isn't even coming from me. This is coming from professionals. I think Gyokeres will do well. But then outside them 4 strikers, everyone kind of is a gamble. And That's why I'm not too downbeat about this. And like you said, you hit the nail on the head, Pots. If you're gonna look at our targets, yes, it's underwhelming if you compare him to Isak. But if you're gonna look at what we currently have in a 9 position, God rest his soul to Jota, but Jota's no longer with us. And then Nunes, he's better than Nunes in my opinion. So we've upgraded.
He's better, bro. Like Nunes, listen.
Yeah, we've upgraded.
The market is mad, bro. Listen, Mandem, the market.
You know what? Sorry to cut you as well. The reason why, as a Liverpool fan, we can be more optimistic as well. Diaz will leave. I think when it's all said and done, some people saying they think he'll stay. I think he's going. I think him and his dad have been flirting with a move for the last year or so. I'd say he wants to leave. He's achieved everything bar a Champions League at us. We give him our blessing. But once he leaves, that leaves us down because there's a lot of reports that it's Nunes, Diaz, and Chiesa that will leave, right? That leaves us with
Harvey Elliott as well, man. I see Harvey Elliott
as well to West Ham or Newcastle. I think with current affairs, maybe not Newcastle, more probably be West Ham. But that only leaves us with now Ekitike, Gakpo, and Salah in our front six. Wirtz for me is still more of a midfielder, but he's the more advanced midfielder. But we will have to get a left winger, and I feel like that's place for optimism because I know there's a lot of talk about Rodrygo. I'll only start believing in Rodrygo news once I kind of hear it from his camp. I think everything's more Madrid. I need to hear him come out and say he's a bit distressed at Madrid because I can see him staying there maybe another year. He's got a manager in Alonso that likes to work with younger players. But if it's not Rodrygo, we will go for a left winger. But again, like the 9 market, the left winger market is not filling down any trees, really. And this is what's annoying me because we were linked with Kvaratskhelia in January. Remember, Ornstein put out that tweet. He would have been perfect. But other than him, you're looking at Liao, you're looking at Lookman. I'm trying
Andy
to go
Gordon, man. Andy Gordon keeps being linked with
Gordon,
Liverpool,
he keeps
Gordon is well. It's a bit underwhelming for me. So
it is, bro. It used to be a very, very good market, but it's gone dry, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Awful, man. It's an awful market.
Awful,
like if Liverpool go from Isak and Rodrygo to Ekitike and Gordon, as much as I still rate them to win the league, that's like such an underwhelming window. I entered the window to what it could have been, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what I will say as well is though, the thing is with Liverpool, there's not going to be a pressure for Ekitike. Even though, listen, rival fans are going to be like, yo, 007 and all that. They even started for Cunha, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? In the friendlies, you know what I mean? But I don't think there'll be a pressure for Ekitike to be banging in the goals because it's still Salah's responsibility. And the thing is, though, he needs to be doing something, bro. Like he needs to either be facilitating, holding up play, whatever it is. But he's got to have a direct play. But I don't know if Liverpool fans can expect goals from him. He's got a good something, but I don't think the pressure of him being the main number 9 or the main source of goals will be there, even if he's bought for 70 million. Because we bought Højlund for 72 million, and there was no there's no pressure.
Bro, the only way pressure will increase on him, right? Obviously, from rivals, it will standard. Probably from his first preseason game, like you said with the Cunha thing, is what we do to each other's club. But I think the only way the pressure will increase from within the fan base is a world where Salah, Gakpo, and Wirtz aren't putting up numbers, which I cannot see at all. That's the only way it will increase on him because it's like, hold on, you're literally our focal point. You're our number 9. You're nearest to the goal. You need to be scoring. But come on, can you see a world where Salah, Wirtz, and Gakpo aren't hitting numbers? I personally can't. That's why I don't think there'll be that premise. Obviously, he has to score. I don't want people in the chat thinking I'm saying he can't score. He does. But
he does.
The numbers that some people might want to see, I don't think he has to hit them in his first season, particularly, unless we're not getting goals around the other areas. Because you need to remember as well, McAllister chips in with 7-8 goals this season as well. And he scored loads of important goals for us last season.
Sabozlai, how much did you get last year? Sabozlai?
I think Sabozlai got in between 4 and 8 in the league.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but he got between 4 and 8. Even he's chipped him with goals and whatnot. So, yeah, like there won't be a lot of premise on him to score. There won't. But then again, listen, footballers listen to outside noise. If let's say he goes 007 or whatnot, then maybe might start looking at things. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, one reason why I think it might be okay as well is because I think Marmoush is, when he was playing with Ekitike, those two together up top, they were just firing. You understand? And when Marmoush left, I think Ekitike's numbers dropped a bit. So my inkling is when he comes into Liverpool and he's got players around him that kind of, take away that responsibility or that pressure to be the focal point at all times. To do that. that's going to allow him to kind of thrive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I can see him maybe scoring off the back of movements of a Salah, movements of a Wirtz, movement of whoever's up top with them. Do you understand? And like when you had Firmino, he's a different player, of course. I know Firmino was more of a false nine, drops in the hole. I think where Ekitike thrives is on transitions. I think he had the highest amount of like ball carries or carries up the field. Yeah, more than Haaland at the moment. Yeah. In terms of like bringing that ball forward, etc. So I think in terms of like, you know, Liverpool becoming an outfit where you're just deadly on the break, I think he can add another layer because obviously you're good at, you know, breaking teams down when you want to, but at the same time, when you want to break on teams really quickly, Ekitike can, you know, add to that, I think.
And I didn't realize he was that quick as well. It goes into what you're saying, Ash. I didn't know he was that quick. I kind of thought, again, because I've not watched him much. I've only watched 190 minutes and I've had to go off like highlights and compilations, but he's quite quick for his stature. Normally you associate them taller players with more like they have good speed and whatnot, but they're not the most lightning, but he seems very quick. And you're right, when I looked at the combination and the highlights of his best goals, I'm seeing Marmoush always in the frame. And it's like a lot of the misses I see, Marmoush was no longer there. And again, I've said it doesn't always happen with players, but I just feel like when you go to a bigger club and you're playing with more intelligent players, your game should evolve. Obviously it's not a certainty, but you're even seeing it with João Pedro. I know it's a short samples, it's a small sample size, but he's gone to Chelsea and looks a better player already. Playing with the likes of Palmer, Caicedo, etc. So I think it will be the same with Ekitike. And again, the only way I think the pressure will ramp up is if we're not getting goals from our team. But let's say, for example, he gets 15 GA this season, but we win the league or Champions League, and Salah's putting up similar numbers, and Wirtz is putting up similar numbers. No one's really going to care because, again, when Firmino was at the club and he went through barren runs, I think he went a year without scoring at home and that. We didn't really care like that because we were winning things. Of course, rival fans say, "Oh, but look, your nine's not scoring." But if you've got trophies and that to show for it, and the team that's selling as a whole, you're not really going to care.
I don't see how that doesn't happen, though, Roms. I don't see how you don't get goals by committee because, like what you said earlier on the stream, that I think Ekitike will get the best out of Salah. Like that's scary. I don't think he needs to get the best out of him. I think he does that himself, right? So I see it the other way around. I think Salah and Wirtz will be getting the best out of Ekitike. And if you look in the last 2 seasons in the Bundesliga, Wirtz has got over 20 goals and assists. Obviously, we know what Salah did last season. I think it's going to complement Ekitike having players like that around him. And if you're going to go and get a left winger as well, and if is Rodrygo, which I hope it ain't, then I think it's a wrap, man. I've got to be honest. I think Liverpool are going to be unreal.
Just to add to that as well, I was going to say just real quickly, we don't know what Slot can get out of Ekitike and what plans he actually has for him in a tactical setup. So I think, as I was saying before, a focal point, a number 9, I think that's what he wanted as he came into the club because when he was at Feyenoord, he had the Mexican striker. Jimenez. Exactly. Yeah. And so they kind of focused their attacks around him. So it might be a different setup and it might be some, because he's still quite young. I know he flopped at PSG when...
he didn't really flop at PSG. It's a myth, you know. He just was...
He didn't really play.
He didn't really play. He had Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe ahead of him. He didn't really flop there.
Well, yeah. Well, he was a younger player there, so
very
in terms of like what he had to produce, he didn't really produce on that level. Do you know what I'm saying? At a big club. So compared to what he's going to be doing now, he's still young. That's the point I'm making. He's still young. He's still got room to improve. And the player like manager, or coach like Slot, he might be able to take him to another level. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what, Ash? And you know why you're spot on with that point? Because you even saw, for me, Slot improved at least 4 or 5 players last season, and Luis Diaz had his best ever return season being at Arsenal, best ever return. Gravenberch went to new heights. Let's be honest, he was kind of the forgotten man under Klopp. For me, Konate went up another level. I think under Klopp, Konate's always been a very good defender, but under Klopp, he had more erratic moments. And I think, to be fair, towards the end of the season, Konate, it started to creep back into his game. But for the big chunk of the season, I think Slot kind of put his arm around him and started to iron out certain things. I feel like I'm even forgetting certain players, but he improved at least. Gakpo as well, big up Iron. Gakpo as well. Gakpo and Diaz had their best ever returns at us, and they've both been at the club, I think, 2 or 3 years. So I just think this is another player where I actually feel like Ekitike will silence the doubts quite quickly, and it might even not necessarily be of goals. You'll just, if you actually watch us, you might just see him link and play like, yeah, Liverpool got a player here. I don't necessarily think it will be with goals. If it is with goals, it's a bonus, but I'm happy with this signing. Yes, I wanted Isak, but you know what they say, if you can't get your number one, get your number two. And you know why I'm happy with this? Because so many times, not even just my club, we've seen it with loads of clubs. How many times have you seen a club not go for their number one target, miss out on their number one target, and not get anyone? Like, at least we still actually get going for our second time. We had a plan B and we've executed it. So I'm happy with this.
Yeah. And also, what is going on with this Isak? Because
bro, I don't know.
Like, broski, like when you look at it now, there's a report coming out from the Telegraph apparently that Isak is unsettled, because of the links here. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Eddie Howe's comments were very strange on the weekend, saying that he left him out because he I don't know, he didn't want to. I didn't want to like
basically because he's unsettled.
He's unsettled, bro. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That is, if I'm a Newcastle fan,
stupid.
I'm like, bullshit, man.
That's
I want to be singing his name. I want to be bringing him to wherever they were playing Celtic, and we want to say, Isak, we want you to stay, or something like that, bro. Like, sing his songs and that.
You want to feel the love, innit?
Feel the love, man.
Do you know what inside here? Do you know what I think is even more concerning if you're a Newcastle fan, right? Because let's say if this was just before the January window, and I don't know, you've got an important game, and maybe he's not mentally there, then you drop him. It's a pre-season game away to Celtic, and that's why I'm thinking this speculation really must be interfering with his mentality, because it's like you can't just send someone home just because he wants to focus on other things. This, for me, this shows he wants to leave. Whereas to go to us or elsewhere, for me, he wants out now. And sometimes they say leave on a high. He's just won them their first, you could say Dan Burn as well, but predominantly is that what he did to like Arsenal in the semis and what he did to us in the finals. Predominantly is that won them that trophy, if we're being honest. I feel like if he left on a high, they can't really say anything to him. Won them the trophy, had 2 great seasons at them in terms of output. I just think it's worrying for Newcastle. This isn't even me saying he's coming to Liverpool, because there's big links with him going Al Hilal now, and I never will begrudge a player from going there, even if they're in their prime, because at the end of the day, you got a family, like secure your family at the end of the day. Yes, we might look at it like, you could be still achieving big things in Europe, but who are we to say, don't make that move? We don't know what's going on in his personal life or not, but I do think he wants out. Whether Newcastle sell him or not, that's a different story, but going home for a pre-season game, I don't know, man. Them comments were weird. They were weird.
Listen, Al Hilal, I don't know if they're gonna he would be mad to go to Saudi right now. He's too good for that. No disrespect to the Saudi league, but you know what I mean? But thing is, for me, you can't have an unsettled striker, and then you have a poor season. Right now, I've been watching these Newcastle videos. They're hilarious, man. They got beat 4-0 by Celtic. They're not really happy. On the timeline, they're moving mad. Like they've been really, really like they've had a bad summer. Like Elanga was good, but bro, that ain't doing much for them, man. Like they're getting rejected by Trafford now because he's apparently going to City. Like, bro, like I don't know what they do.
And Bremo, there's been about 6 or 7.
Bro.
Yeah,
bro. Listen, Rejection FC, bro. Rejection FC.
Yeah, bro.
That's what he's realizing. He's rattled. He's like, brother, all these men are rejecting my club. I said, you know what? I got to get out of it,
I've got to speak to a Newcastle, but I might bring them on my morning show tomorrow, just say, like therapy, man. Like, bro, what's going on at your football club? Because for me, would you keep an unhappy player? Like, if you're saying he's unsettled and whatever, like, then
talk to a Forest fan.
Yeah, go on.
Talk to a Forest fan as well. No, I'm saying talk to a Forest fan, because man, like Morgan Freeman, you get me? Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Push redemption out here, cuz get me? Because they don't want to let him go.
They don't want him to as well.
Freedom man them. Yeah.
This is why I love it when they say, I want to join your club and just make it known to the journalists. That's what it's these players, as much as you're saying to a club that I want to leave, but you got to let people know, man, I want to join. Please, can you respect my wishes? Don't be nice about it. It's your career, man. You have one career, guys, man. Don't be like, because back in the day, it was a case of, let's take the money. Now, clubs will force you to leave if you don't say anything, man. That's why, listen, big up to Gyokeres, I know we'll kind of dissect you into a little bit. Big up to Don in the building, man. Hope you're well, bro. Like you gotta make it known, bro. Like you want to leave, man. Because if you don't, it's the boy who cried wolf, man.
Can I ask you? let me ask the panel something. Yeah, I don't personally think he does this because I don't think he wants to ruin the relationship with the fans. But can you not see a world where Isak hands in a transfer request?
Boy, that would be a bomb.
I don't think it happened, but I want to know what you don't think. Can you not see a world where that happens?
Yeah, but then,
Minerals.
go where though? To go where though? That's the thing. Big got the chat. Big got the chat. Big got the man.
He's only gonna go. He's only gonna go Liverpool, isn't he? Let's be real. Like he's only gonna go Liverpool. It ain't gonna be anywhere else.
He's got Ekitike now, so why is he going Liverpool? You know what I'm saying?
Don't let us get both.
Because they're serious, man. They're moving mad.
That
They're
would be
moving mad,
crazy.
Liverpool. Like,
Because remember, like we just mentioned, Elliot, we're going to probably sell Morton. We're going to sell Dope. Diaz is on his way. Kay's on. We're going to. I know, look, Dons, you all know. A lot of people have to say Chelsea spend this and that, but you recoup a lot. We're going to recoup a lot as much as we sell this summer as well. So it's not mad to say we can get the both of them. It's really not mad.
It's not mad. It's not mad.
And if he expresses his desire to leave, Newcastle kind of have to play ball with us and maybe lower the valuation. They don't have to. I'm not saying they have to lower the valuation, but they might think, you know what? That 150 we're holding out for, maybe we might have to drop it to like a 120.
You saying you pay 120 again next summer?
Brother.
Well, how many years would he have left? 2. They're still, because he's got 3 years this summer. And
2 years of
they're still in a healthy position. I think that depends on how well. Oh, do you mean if they could sell him for that money again, or whether we would pay that money?
Whether you would buy another 120 mil.
yeah, of course they would. Of course they would.
I'll say this, but next it depends how well. For me, it depends how well Ekitike. If Ekitike was to have an amazing season, I think we might actually say, you know what, we're all right. But let's say he has like an average season, whatnot. Is that? And it also depends how well Isak does. Because let's say Isak has an underwhelming season for Newcastle now. Bro. That valuation has to drop. It would have to drop. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things to.
There has to be pressure on Liverpool though, because it's fine getting excited about all this, but if you don't win the league, it's a failure.
No. Fox, we have to win the league.
Yeah,
we spent
you don't win the league, you will be there, man.
It's a failure. If you don't win the league, it's a failure, man. You got the best side, best summer. Do you know what I'm saying? And I still think Isak, they ain't dead in the water. I'm doing a show later with Pete. I'm going to get him on it too and talk about it because I think he's had a bad start. Like Newcastle fans, it ain't been good, man. I genuinely thought if they kept their best players and added a few more, I thought they could have been in a title race, not win the title, but been in a title race this season. That's how close I think they are away. 5 or 6 players away, serious players. But Kudus, he's gone. And Mbeumo, he's gone. Mark Guehi doesn't look like he's going to Newcastle. Trafford, who I don't even rate anyway, looks like he's going back to Manchester City. Liam Delap and João Pedro have both gone to Chelsea. And Newcastle are like, we could go for a Langer then for like nearly 60 M's. I'm like,
they've lost all their big targets, bro. This is why for me, man, you can laugh at Man United all you want, and we have been a laughing stock, but we've got 2 of our top targets, man. Let's be honest.
And it's not even that side. You've got 2 of your top targets that would probably start for the majority of Premier League teams as well.
Man.
That's why
great signings, man. Great signings.
You know what I mean? So I listen. I'm not gonna say like, I'm happy with where Man United are, but I tell you what, man, we at least this summer we've got the top targets in, bro. You know what I mean? And I've seen other clubs, bro. That man are struggling out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't got their main targets. You get me? So in that aspect, I'm glad we're not going second, third choices because that would have been very, very dark. Because the market right now, bro, it's like, you know what it is, bro? It's like when you're playing little 5-a-sides and whatnot. You know what I mean? You're getting the first pick and that. You start going to the end and the man that we're not really, they're not really that good, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? So end of the day, like we've got our first picks and it's too quality sided. Yes, we need more, but bro, like it could be a lot worse.
You just remember the pecking order, innit? That's what that is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Newcastle, obviously they got above themselves and that. They were like, we finished more for that. We could start aiming for this and that, and then they got humbling, innit? They got brought.
Do you know who I think Newcastle missed the trick on? Do you know who I think they missed the trick on? Yeah, but I'm hearing Southampton still want mad money. But I think Tyler Diblin, I think they would have been better off getting him than
one more year in the Championship, man. One more year.
You reckon?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
You know, I think Newcastle missed out.
At a better club, he would just.
I think they missed out on big time, and I still think they would do. I think they should have got Kelleher. I really do. That's a great signing.
Yeah.
That's a great signing for Brentford, man. They need a goalkeeper. They're linked with Trafford and I don't even know who else is.
Bro,
not
Pope
looking
is
too
so
great.
bad, bro. You see what he
Pope
did on
is
the weekend
done.
again? Oh my god,
He's
but
done,
he's
man.
so
He's
bad.
done.
And he's
been
got a
bad
dodgy
for 2 years.
shoulder. His shoulder gets injured that once a season.
Yeah.
as well.
He's
got
been
a
bad
dodgy
for 2
shoulder.
years, man. That guy, man. But listen, I think for me right now, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like this is the thing. What I say, yeah. You know when you're trying to become a top club, yeah, how you stay there is you've got to commend it. You know, listen, I'm not trying to say and glorify positions and whatnot, but bro, staying at the top there is a big thing that clubs don't realize, bro. Like your recruitment team, you can't stand still. This is why, even though I hate Liverpool, yeah, what they've done this summer, you got a low key rating because they won the league, yeah, and they said, you know what, we're not stopping, we're spending 300 million, and it's like, bro, like Ferguson used to do that all the time. We're not stopping. We're gonna buy the next one. Everyone used to hate, but you got to do it.
This is what goes into what Potts was saying earlier. This is why I'm so desperate to retain this league rap, because someone asked me the other day, would you want to, if you had to pick one? Of course, I want to win both. If you had to pick Champions League or Premier League, which one would you rather win? And I said, you know what? If I hadn't only seen 2 Premier Leagues, I might have said Champions League, right? But the reason why it's the Prem is, one, I've not been spoilt with Prem through in my lifetime. Second of all, we've never retained it. The only teams I've seen retain it since I've been alive is United, Chelsea. I think even under Wenger, Poch, you lot didn't retain it, did you? I think you would take like a gap here.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. So it's so hard to do. You're basically asking someone to be consistent over like 72 games flat out of the 2 years. It's so hard to do. But this is why I say our families, we're so frustrated with FSG, because we should have been doing this under Klopp. Because if we'd done this under Klopp and stayed at the top, I probably would have seen another 3 or 4 Prem, maybe an extra Champions League. But
why is it, like, why is that? Why have you woke up now? Why now? Like, why?
I don't know, bro. You know what I would say? This isn't even me putting shade on Klopp, because he's the best manager I've ever seen for my club, right? But I do feel like he was a bit complicit as well, because there's times where we'll need players. We're screaming at Klopp saying we need players, and he's happy with what he has. That's the reason why we kept our Asian midfield for 2-3 years on the trot. So it was predominantly down to our owners, but Slot is about 20-30% complicit as well, in my opinion. But now, and also it's because we had Julian Ward, we had George Smacker as well. Once Edward is left, I feel like it's part of our directors of football as well, because maybe they didn't have that intent to want to do better. But Edward, the reason why he left in the first place, a lot of rumours, is because he didn't agree with Klopp. Klopp leaves, he comes back. Now we've got that intent to spend again. So
Klopp, though, to be fair, Klopp needs to moan about not spending a lot though as well. So
exactly.
Klopp needs to be like, yo, we can't do what Man City are doing. We can't really compete like that, bro. Like Man City are there and whatnot. And maybe it was FSG that were holding them back. And now they've got a new board, new ideas, and maybe they're thinking. And also, you got to strike while the iron's hot now, because Guardiola, as much as I think he's one of the greatest ever we've seen, they're
in a bit of it,
You know what I mean? There's a bit, you know what I mean? And Arsenal, I really want to get off the line, you know?
I've had Chelsea fans and City fans and United fans saying the last couple weeks, act like you've been here before and that. I have not been here before. This is why I'm acting like this. My club have not spent money like this in years. So it feels great to be a Liverpool fan. And like you said,
when was the last time you got the avert signing? I can't remember. Like, is in terms of wow signing, that record signing, everybody would have been clearly interested. Bro.
Van Dijk, not even Van Dijk was still.
Even Van Dijk, right? No one, not everyone wanted him. Right?
Yeah, even when we signed him from Southampton, don't get twisted. We knew his quality, but you only have to go back to what the papers and people were tweeting. No one thought he would be this good.
You know what, Andy Carroll, man. Andy Carroll, I can't lie, for the hype here. Andy Carroll was on.
I'm taking the piss.
No, real talk though. Andy Carroll, real talk though. Newcastle, when they,
I think it was Thiago. I think it was Thiago or Torres. Thiago or Torres.
I'd say
Torres. I'm saying though, the last time you got a player that everyone
wanted in that.
Yeah, everyone. Andy Carroll at the time, people say Fernando Torres, that's a fair one as well. But Andy Carroll at the time was mashing up work for Newcastle. A lot of clubs wanted him. 35 million. I think you broke the club record at the time, didn't you? Or was it club record?
Yeah, I think at the time, 35
million. So you get me, I think it might have been Andy Carroll, man. But again, like I said to you, the others were relatively unknown. Suarez came from Ajax. Did he come from? Did he?
Yeah, Ajax. He was matching up that league still. Yeah.
So the rest of them came relatively Van Dijk, even though he was there, he doesn't have the same aura now that he does, you know what I mean, back then. You feel me? Like, so I'd probably say Andy Carroll, you know. I know it says mad, but yeah, Thiago maybe because of the experience, but I'm talking about players that, wow.
Yeah, you know why I would say Thiago, though, side, yeah? As much as you might say not a lot of clubs wanted him, for me, after that Champions League final, he was probably, some would say, the best, maybe top 3 in his position in world football. Honestly, we did sign him at a very good time. Obviously, he had his injury concerns, but I just have to add on to what Pot said. It's all good us getting giddy and we're spending money and that, yes, because we've not done this in a long time. But now we have to deliver. We have to win this league. Like, it's not compete, it's not challenge, it's win the league. Forget what Arsenal are doing, forget what City are doing, forget what Chelsea are doing. We have to win the league now. So we spent all this money, we have to deliver. And like you said, Saeed, there's one thing getting to the top. This goes by any sport. There's one thing getting to the top, but maintaining your position, that's harder. That is harder. So bro, we need to win this league.
I think it's only Torres that comes close, if I'm honest. I don't think anyone comes close to Wirtz, what Liverpool have signed, because you look at the big money signings that have flopped, like Darwin Nunez. I know you mentioned Andy Carroll as at the time that was a really good signing, everyone thought. But for me, I don't think anyone gets close to Torres. To Wirtz, really, only Torres. And I don't know, man, that's tough.
Well, if they sign Rodrygo, that'll be a number 2.
Oh wow,
bro, please, let's put that out there, man.
I'm just saying, look, if you get Rodrygo, then I'm saying then what do we do about Ekitike? Because obviously I've been bigging up what Ekitike does off the ball and on the ball and supplying. I think Rodrygo pretty much does the same thing, no? Yeah. Or am I moving mad?
No, he does, and he does it from and the thing is, it'll be so fluid because I can see Salah will predominantly hold the right position, but I can see our 10 forward and our left winger just all interchanging and causing chaos.
Torres, Salah, Ekitike, and Rodrygo. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. I just hope he stays wherever he is, man. I'm really, that's the one that I'm really worried about. Even if he comes to the Premier League at all, like stay anywhere. But
like I said, I think the only way I'll start buying into Rodrygo stuff is if you start hearing stuff from his camp. For me, everything's more Madrid and whatnot. I don't know how desperate he is to leave. And if you look at it, would you really want to leave? I know Real Madrid have a lot of young players even that play in and around his position, and he's not been playing his preferred position because you still got your Endrick, you still got your Arda.
You know what makes me give me a hope, bro? It's the fact that Bellingham's out for 3 months, and if you put Arda Güler in that position, then surely there may be room for Rodrygo to be having more time.
But then, like I said to you last week, bro, you're saying that, but then Rodrygo might just look at it like, but the minute Bellingham's back, I'm back on the bench.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why I think he's going. I think he's going to go, man. I don't know where. I don't know where he's going to go, but I think he will go. I would love to think that Arsenal will be in for him.
I've got a sick feeling, Pops. I've got a very ill feeling it will be that blue side from West London, bro. Do you know what they're like? They'll just put up the money.
Chelsea sell a lot of players, though, man. And obviously, we'll get Don's opinion when he comes, but Chelsea have to sell Nkunku. They have to sell Jackson, which we're not involved in and we won't be involved in. And I won't comment on that, brother. Yeah. And they have to sell maybe... Who else would they have to sell? Them two, innit? Anyone else?
Swap deal. Jackson and Garnacho. Just do that.
Brother, I don't even want to do that, bro. That's how mad it is. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do
That's
that.
The worst.
Felix,
That's the swap deal I've ever heard in my life.
That would be hilarious, though. Come on.
I need to see that. I need to see that, man. That's what
I'm not even here for that. I don't want to do any transactions, bro. You see how you just the direct debit here needs to be cancelled, bro. That's what Arsenal should be doing. Cancel that direct debit, bro. I'm telling you. Like, we ain't involved in that nonsense, bro. But if they do sell him, they want 60 million from him. So 60 plus in Nkunku, that's going to cost you what? 40. Disasi, what? 10 to 15. Then you've got Felix, which is another what? I'd say they can get about 20 odd million out of him. I know it sounds crazy. And then man can raise up to nearly 150, man. It's mad, bro.
Hey, Chelsea are good at selling. They're just
brilliant.
They are, and it's
them and Arsenal, man. I don't know what they got on Arsenal, but them two there, them man are just
it's mad,
Chelsea
man.
fetish, bro. Chelsea fetish. It's a weird one.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
We'll get Don's opinion on that when he comes back, guys. 2.6k in the building, 679 likes, man. Please, guys, let's get to that magic 1,000 mark. We're not far away, and that would be amazing if we could do that. The Days of City segment is easy. We're going to sell all the old guard. The window is up now. has been good, but I judge Viana on how he handles the offload of players. Yeah, we'll discuss City a little bit as well. Lads, FIFA is dead. Time to get on rematch. Trust me. Yeah, you said this on Troops' show. I don't know what you mean here,
What's
bro.
rematch?
Yeah, rematch. I don't know, man. I don't know. Mr. Iguana, let us know, please, man. If you can, that would be amazing. The Gapman staff says overinflating the fee, then putting it into US dollars, the most Man United fan I've ever seen. Listen, you man are doing the same thing on tours, bro. So I'm just, friendly fire back, bro. That's all it is, man. Personal, man. Man United 1.6 billion since 2014, and you're worried LSC spend. Listen, I'm just letting you know that now Liverpool are spending money, and listen, it's a good thing. I don't understand why people say spending money is like, why are you not spending money? If you back it up with trophies, it makes sense. Problem with us is we haven't backed it up with significant trophies. If you back it up with trophies, then it makes sense, bro. You know what I mean? SSJ says Hugo got his cute goal in the first leg against Spurs. A damn shame about the second leg, though. Yeah, crazy. Nobody with a brain is comparing him to Jackson. What did Solanke cost again? What did Solanke
65 M's, bro.
What the hell, man?
Was that including add-ons or just base?
Not fixed fee.
Fixed stuff. You know what?
Why, man?
I can't remember, and I don't want to remember, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think there's any. I certainly don't think there's any add-ons, and if there was, they ain't added on yet.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to talk about my Lakers right now.
One of the things is to win a trophy.
Bro,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah. Listen,
No,
I
talk to them.
Yeah. That man said Championship is better standing than Portugal. Mitrovic and Tony did man numbers in that league. Gyokeres has everything to prove. We're going to discuss Gyokeres next, don't worry. Glorious MCFC says, let's keep it a buck. And Liverpool took most of the big names in the market. Now most sides are gambles like us getting Trafford. Works, Ekitike, Gyokeres, Frimpong, Rodrygo, and Gehi. Let's go. We'll see Liverpool are favourites, but like City have a lot of new faces who need to bed in. Say Konate leaves Madrid, whole new defence, VVD, Van Dijk aside. Yeah, that's true as well.
Do you know why I somewhat disagree that quickly? Yeah, I hear what he's saying. We signed a lot of players, but we still have the spine. We still have McAllister.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. For me, City's even spine has been even broken up as well. They've got much more to do than us. That's why I think we're also favourites. I don't think
bro,
as much.
100%, bro. I think the way people are talking about City, big up the chat as well, man. And big up the panel.
Big up Dom, man. Big up.
I've been busy with work and shit, yeah. But yeah, with Man City right now, bro, I look at Man City like they're a vulnerable team. Yeah, their defense is yet to be fixed, bro. You've got Nouri. Yes, offensively, he'll help these guys going forward in terms of chance creation and that. But defensively, bro, even that team from Saudi will chop him man up. You know what I'm saying? Madueke chops
Everyone keeps
up.
looking at that one game, though,
and then on top of that, no. I'm not talking about just that one game, bro. I've watched a lot of this guy, and defensively, bro, he's much better going forward. That's number one, right? And then number two, they're yet to bring in a right back. I don't think Livermento's going to leave Newcastle.
True.
Yeah, they've got Nunes. They've got Nunes leave. That's going to play there. Then you look at Ake, he's injury prone. You look at Stones, he's injury prone, right? Diaz, you know what I'm saying? You can argue Diaz as well. He's kind of dropped off with his level. Guardiola was playing really well at left back, but he's had a few shaky games at the back, right? Rodri's just got back, and I'm telling you, I was watching this guy in the Club World Cup. He don't look fully fit right now. It might take him till like December onwards to actually get his fitness back, bro. Because when you're playing in that position and you've got to get physical with guys and your knee is healing, broski, you're going to be half-hearted in challenges. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to be apprehensive going into certain stuff and that. Yeah.
When I'm looking at Man City right now, it's not a Man City with KDB in his prime and Bernardo Silva in the prime and all these all-timers. A lot of their all-timers have left. They're now building that new era. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at Man City right now, I'm looking at mainly at Liverpool. But I'm telling you, bro, Man City are not as they're not at the level that people talk about them being at, bro. Right now, I'll be real, they're not there yet, man.
Do you know what I'd say, Don? Like their spine's been kind of ripped up, but they still do have muscle memory. You still got the Fodens, the Haalands, the Diaz, the Edison. They still have characters in adjustment that have been there and won it 3-4 times in a trot. So I hear what you're saying, that they are more vulnerable than past seasons, 100%. But the way people are speaking about them, though, I think is a bit disingenuous. Because for
But
me,
they're
they're still
always that
second
done as
favourites.
well.
I still have them second favourites, in my opinion. I know they've got a lot to do.
I don't think that's as clear cut, man. I don't think that's as clear cut. I'll be real. I'll predict it end of the window. I'll predict it end of the window, bro. I don't think they're guaranteed to finish in the top two.
With Khaldoon and whatnot, you're saying you predict end of the window. That if anything, they're the number one owners or whatnot that you don't want spending in a window, because you know they will rectify. It's not like a club that will kind of dibble and dabble and won't get what they need. I think when it's all said and done, City will get what they need. Do you know what I mean?
Can I ask Don a question? If the window was to end now, would you be confident of being above them in the league?
Oh, we can finish above Man City, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the only team that I'm not confident will finish above is Liverpool, right? Arsenal, Man City, we can finish above these guys, bro. Like we could have left Man City last season. We could have left them, bro, but then we kept fucking up. You know, I know they've improved with Turkey and these sort of guys, but end of the day, bro, they're losing out players, man.
Are you rating
their defense is probably the part of their team that I look at and I'm like, that defense is shaky, man.
Are you rating Maresca over Pep? Because I'm saying
What question is that?
No, because you're saying the way you go, man, just to go like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, raw, ain't that the father? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why
sometimes you got, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get taller than your dad. You know what I'm saying? You get taller than your dad. And and things happen. You know what I mean? Things happen.
He's scared of his dad. Yo, what are you saying now?
You know what I mean? All I'm saying is I'm not scared of them, innit? I'm not scared of them. And if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, you shouldn't be scared of Man City right now, bro. I'll be so real. Don't be scared of these guys.
What you're saying, Don, I actually do agree with, because defensively they look vulnerable and they have done for quite some time. I think if Rodri comes back like the Rodri we know, I think that already makes them unbelievably strong. I think they will add to their defense. I think you're right about Diaz. There was a time not long ago that I thought he was one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's happened to him, man. He's dropped.
Yo, listen, maybe my Jama might, she might.
Yeah, maybe my to be fair, I'd be a little bit like,
you know
busy
what I mean, bro.
if I had my Jama as well. But
where Rashford needed his gal and that, and when his gal was, his fiance left him, he weren't the same, bro. Maybe Maya Jama might be the one that
Diaz is happy. This guy's
I'm seeing him posting like dumps and that. I'm like, yo, man's posting dumps and that, yo. It's crazy.
I don't think we should say that Man City ain't got a chance. In my opinion, I think they have. They've always got a chance.
What is though, Daniel?
They do. I'm just saying that they're not as strong as what they was.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
But the thing is, Mandim, I think if you write City off, are they more dangerous under the radar though? This is the thing though. Like maybe it's better for them now, for them as a City fan base, that everyone else does write them off, and then they come out of nowhere and they just become a ruthless team. You know what I mean? Again. Like maybe it is.
They actually want people to write them off. When I see City fans in comments on Twitter and whatnot, they actually like, you don't write us off. We actually want
they do, man. Of course they do. But
then you'll get to Christmas and you'll see that they're either top or like a couple points off the top, and you're like, where's this coming from? So
you can never write them off, man. Like they had a shocker last season and they weren't much different to us, man. So I think when you look at what Manchester City can do under Pep, I think it's scary. I do think as well, like the Reinders signing has gone under the radar. That's such a good signing, man. Such a good signing. He is for me, that's right up there, one of the best signings. I think that's unbelievable. I think he's such a good footballer, man. So yeah, man, I expect City to be up there, man, for sure. I don't have them winning it yet, but I think they'll be up there, man. But the window ain't shut, man. If they wouldn't got a right back and they wouldn't sorted out their defense, I think people would be looking at it potentially differently. I think Rodri being brought back in brings Foden and Haaland back into the season. So I think that'll be I don't think we can write them off, man.
Yeah. Mike says, bottom left, can you say Trevor, my little gun Triller? I think that was to maybe Ashford on that side.
Oh, Trevor, my little gun Triller.
Yeah,
that's classic. Get out, man. That's a classic right there.
1 second. It's a Fabrizio Romano update on something. He says, Bayern new proposal for Luis Diaz expected soon. As player open doors for move decision up to Liverpool as they surely bring in a new winger if Lucho and Chelsea and Chiesa both leave. That was a plan. Malik Fofana, Bayern's plan B. So, it could be that Liverpool replace Luis Diaz, which, boy, I can't lie, man. That's crazy.
Like, literally what I said before that update. Like, for me, Diaz Chiesa and Nunes will all be leaving, we will bring in a left winger. We have to.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. The options are looking towards a Rodrygo, man. If it is a Malik Fofana, I still think equally that's a potential signing that's ready for the future. And he looks like a baller, but boy, listen, it's crazy out here, man. The scout structures, I think we spent like this due to the revenue of extra seats in the stadium, which wasn't there while Klopp was there, unfortunately, plus extra sponsorship we've acquired over the past 2 years.
This is a shout as well.
Let me ask you a question, Roms, yeah? Would you rather Ekitike left wing and Isak up top, or Ekitike up top with Rodrygo left wing?
Isak, bro, just get Isak in the team. I'll be real. I'll sacrifice Rodrygo. Ekitike left wing.
Man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like we were saying earlier, Ekitike naturally drifts to the left anyway, bro. So him starting to the left, I know starting and drifting is two different like instructions, but I don't think it will be too alien to his game. But bro, Don, like I said earlier, Isak, if we sign Isak, we go from favourites to start etching our name into that league title, bro. Honestly, that's how much of a game.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Ekitike
for me,
Isak.
And I rate Rodrygo, by the way. I rate him highly, but I need anything just to get Isak in that
Newcastle wanted Ekitike before they got Isak. You know that?
Say that again?
Newcastle wanted Ekitike. That's the one they wanted before Isak.
They took him for like 3 years.
Him.
Yeah, 3 years, bro. Yeah,
bro. They profiled him and they said, you know what? We missed out on Ekitike. Let's get Isak, man. Damn it.
Newcastle now, they're in like the Harry Kane and Tottenham situation with Isak if he stays. Because who's going to come to Newcastle now that's any decent? They're going to have to go for like a proper backup striker, like a youngster or something like that, because no one's going to go and sign for Newcastle when Isak's there, man. No one massive anyway. So it's tough.
By the way, there's like when Isak was bought from Real Sociedad, you know how many goals he got in that season, man?
Apparently,
it was 5.
Wasn't it 8? Wasn't it like 8?
5.
6 goals, man. Like, even though he scored 17 before that, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but the season when they bought him for, he only scored 6 goals. So Ekitike, like similar numbers, bro. Like when they're buying these players, they're not like, you know what I mean? Like they're world class in that moment. You're buying because so I'm just like, you know that Ekitike could be the Isak. That's how people.
I was just about to say that side. By the way, that's not coming from me, but that's kind of like the general consensus that Ekitike will be Isak in 4 years. Again, I've not watched enough for him, so I can't personally say that. But they're saying similar play style, similar fundamentals, and whatnot. That you can grow into Isak. But I also think that's wishful thinking. You can't really say that. Yeah, you can make the comparisons, but you just never know. You just have to let them develop. To be fair.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Guys, make sure you lot are hitting the like button. Where is Gyokeres? That's the question on everyone's lips right now.
Where is he?
Where is he?
You need a Pepe and a Bamyang and Lacazette looking for it.
They got man's dad balling. What's going on?
Apparently his dad's balling his eyes out and all this stuff, man. Yeah, the celebration's gone from that to that, man. That's what it's it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
No one has a clue. No one has a clue what's going on, man. It's mad. Apparently, I heard that we're like haggling over add-ons, and there's just been no agreement on add-ons yet. But apparently, it's going to get done and all this. For me, I want it to be on the plane. And the people who say, "Oh, it's not that mad. He's only missing Newcastle and AC Milan," but I don't want him to be missing anything. I want him to be gelling. I want him to be getting involved. Yeah. I don't really understand why we're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Just chill." Nah, man. I've been waiting 5 years for this striker coming. Like, I want this prolific 9, and that's what I'm hoping he's going to be. I understand it's a risk, and I understand one of the super chats earlier spoke about Championship, Mitrovic and Tony, and there's a lot to prove. Of course there is. Yeah. There's a risk in any striker that you buy. It doesn't matter who it is, right? But I think this is the least of the risks out of everyone that was available. I wanted this guy more than I did Sesko, more than I did Ekitike, more than I did the others. So I think he's got to come in and bag, and there's pressure for that. But let's get him in first. I think it's really good money. If you look at it in pounds, it works out just under 60 M's, I think. That's a really good deal to get him for less than Havertz. That's mad. So I think he's going to be fine. But the problem is how long it takes. I don't see how it can take this long. When Ekitike is pretty much here we go. When it takes Chelsea like 3 weeks to get a whole new front line, João Pedro, Liam Delap, and Jamie Gittins. It takes us about 6 months to realize what striker we want first of all. Then when we find one, it takes another 6 weeks to get it over the line. And this is just Arsenal. You know, people will blame Berta now, but they were blaming Edu before that. They were blaming Raul Sanlehi before that. Hus Fahmy before that. This is a Kroenkes thing, man. It must be, because it's the only common denominator here is the ownership. So the ownership should be supportive and saying, right, what is it you need to get this guy across the line? But because we're a sideline business to them, and it's all about the Rams and it's all about the etc. over in America, I just don't think they're interested, because I don't know how this doesn't get done. Like, the player is coming out going, hello, I want to come. I really want to come. I've left my team. Come and get me. And we're still dicking around. Like, this is easy. This is not, I don't think he wants to come to Arsenal, or not sure Arsenal want him, or just go and get it done, man. It's embarrassing. This is taking longer than the Brian and Mbeumo deal now. This is madness for me. It took 6 months to get Zubimendi, to the point when we signed him, everyone was like, meh, whatever. Like, Zubimendi, right? If we would have got him within 2 weeks, I swear to God, everyone would have been like, gee, that's a good signing.
Bro.
Because it was so long, everyone's like, well, that's boring. Like, that one was done ages ago. It's going to be the same for Gyokeres, man. People should be buzzing by this. They're not going to be. They're going to be like, right, thank God for that. Now, is it going to take us another 9 weeks to get another player now? An Eze or whoever the hell it is? So I just get frustrated with it, man. So that's where I'm at. Some of the Arsenal fans are all chilled, and it's all good. You got a section of the fan base that are like, you enjoy my summer, leave me alone. I'm out swimming or whatever. And then when we sign someone, all of a sudden, whoa, see, I told you, we signed someone, coming at people like me when I'm questioning what's happening. And then when nothing happens, their 5G goes down again, and they're off swimming again. And 5G's gone
Hey,
down.
what? You said that can't enjoy their summer, no? Listen, no caress. Listen, I support the club. You get me? Whenever listen, I can relate. Trust me, brother. I don't know about their brother. So listen, when we were dealing with Porto and we were trying to get a certain Poro through the 1st of January, it took us to the end of January, the whole window before we got it. So I'm saying, Rob, boom, look, it might not just be an Arsenal problem. It might be that Sporting are stubborn. They're mad stubborn when it comes to selling players, bro. And this is the kind of negotiating tactics and styles that they like to do. You know,
no, I get that.
It's an ego thing. They're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Negotiate this deal. Go on.
It might just be a Portuguese thing, because even with Nunes, it took us, when it first broke, it took us at least 3-4 weeks, maybe a month to actually then sign him. We're deliberating over the price one. So I just think it's a Portuguese thing that the big three, they just literally want to extort you. It's literally that they want it. Of course, there'll be cases of deals with smooth. I remember Luis Diaz. The Luis Diaz deal on the opposite side was very smooth. But I think in recent years, they just want to extort. But they're probably looking at the most richest league in the world. We're going to extort you. Do you know what I mean? That's how they're looking at it. So can't really.
You got to remember, as well. Like, you know, was it who Coventry want their P's as well? There's a lot of things involved in it, and you get to the point now where Sporting are looking thinking we ain't got money left. What's going on here? And they want to replace him as well with the Almeria guy. They're getting the Almeria striker, so I think then they want to make sure they get a replacement in. So it's clubs now. They're hurting it, like they're losing the player not on their terms, because a player's forced to move or a player's not coming to training. This is what's happening right now, and they're saying, "Yo, we'll tell you when it's done, not you." So that's what it is right now, man. It's
we just got to pay it, man. We can't be dealing with like 2 or 3 M's. Like, just get it done. Play the extra 5 if we have to. Get it done, and then move on. Bring him in, because at the moment we're playing AC Milan and Newcastle with Havertz up front with Marino backing him up. I mean, this is embarrassing. We actually haven't bought anybody right in the first 11 other than Zubimendi. Kepa's going to be back up. Norgard's going to be back up. Madweki's not playing because obviously he's been in the Club World Cup. So we're going to the first 2 preseason games with no strength in depth other than Zubimendi. So I don't think that's good enough for me. I feel like we should be at least with a couple of attackers in there now. And I appreciate we've bought Madweke and he needs a rest. And I appreciate that Kepa and Norgard are going to be there, but they're backups. That's not going to do anything to our title race whatsoever. That's just going to be a couple of replacement signings. So other than Zubimendi, who I'm genuinely excited to see what he can bring and intrigued, the rest of it is just like we know what they are. You know, it's all the same players from last season. And we're going into another preseason with Havertz and Marino as our 2 strikers. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing.
So, obviously, we can't take this seriously because it's coming from the Daily Mirror. But apparently, you don't want to last gasp. I'm hijacked for the
man. What's all that about?
Yeah. Yesterday,
he doesn't want you, bro. Just chill. He doesn't want you. You go to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Matetas and all that, man. You go over there, man.
I didn't even believe it. All these United fans fell for it. I was like, bro, why are you falling for that, bro?
You know what that is, Saeed? Yeah, that's Sporting trying to play silly buggers. That is what it is.
They are. Of course
they're trying to get us to close the deal. Oh my God, Man United want him. Let's go and get him quick. That's what that is.
Bro, like he wants Arsenal. Listen, bro. I've said what I said a couple of weeks ago, but right now, like them man can get Gyokeres in it. Like them man need it. They need to go and get him. It's just what you add to it. Like we're hearing that the Eze deal is not really materializing, but I tell you what is probably materializing. It's this guy here, man. It's Xavi Simons. He wants to leave. There are clubs involved. Chelsea and Arsenal are aware. You know what I'm saying to you? How many of you, man, rate him? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I don't rate him as much as what people rate him, He's
I'd rather have Eze, man. I'd rather have Eze. I like him. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's going to take anyone to the next level. Saying that, I don't know that Eze takes Arsenal to the next level, but I do think he's a brilliant player. But yeah, he's all right. When he come on the scene at PSV, he played against us. I thought, who is this, bro? He looks really good. And he never really got to the next level. If I'm honest, I think he'd probably stay in Germany and maybe Bayern Munich would be interested in him. But I don't know that Arsenal get him. If I'm honest, I feel like Eze is the one that we want. I feel like with Eze, he's going to be... They want Eze at a price of around 50 or 60 M's, but he ain't going to go for that because he's got a release clause of 68. So I think, again, Arsenal are going to have to pay it if they want him. With this guy, they're saying he could get, around 60 million for him. So maybe we pick him one of the other, Eze or Xavi Simons. For me, I would prefer Eze because obviously he's Premier League proven. He's more versatile. He's proven. He's turned up in big games. Xavi Simons, I think there's more of a risk with it. So I would rather go for Eze personally.
I like both. I'll be honest with you. I wanted Eze, but obviously he's getting Arsenal. So Xavi
is he? It might not go Arsenal. You might.
He might not. He might not.
I would go get Eze.
I would like. Look, listen. I would go get Eze. I would go get Xavi Simons. Look, the difference between I think a Xavi Simons or Simons, whatever you want to call it, and an Eze for me, he's the type of 10 that kind of dribbles and carries it. And I think with Simons, he's a what's it called? He passes from deep, if that makes sense. He can pass. He's got a bit more vision in terms of finding players further upfield. So obviously, two different and the Crystal Palace, Eze would pick the ball up and then he would dribble and he would have the upper body strength to kind of take it past players. So it's two different type of 10s in my opinion. But Simmons as well, he can take it past players as well. He's got that in his locker. He can dribble. He can take it. I think people don't really rate Xavi because he's been in the Bundesliga. He's done it in the Dutch league, and those leagues aren't really highly rated. So we don't know if he can come in the Premier League and light up. But from what I've seen, when I've watched him, I thought, this guy profiles like a 10 that can play deep. He can play as a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, can play left wing, can play right wing. Eze for me is more a 10 that floats and drifts towards the left, or from the left he can drift into the right. He can be a winger. Do you know what I'm saying? Both of them can shoot from distance, but I think finishing wise, Eze's got the edge over Xavi. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's a better finisher, like outside the box. And not saying Xavi can't do that, but like I think that's the key differences between the two. Like one's more transition, one's he can play the central midfielder role a bit different and can progress the ball a little bit different, in my opinion. He can split the ball, break lines with his passing, But I'll take both. But yeah, if the option was available and you also didn't want Eze, 100% I'm taking Eze all day long because that was my original pick. Yeah.
No, I think it's one of them. It's interesting, man. Obviously, Don's internet's moving mad, but I reckon Chelsea, I don't know if they could do with him like in that team. What would
the thing with Chelsea, they want Rodgers, isn't it? Remember, they're going for that whole City, I know. They get the City X players, isn't it? So
yeah, true.
Can't want Rodgers and Xavi Simons and Eze, you know what I'm saying? And Rodrygo, like make your mind up. I know Chelsea are greedy, but hot damn.
Do you know why that Rod? I reckon they'll go more for Rodgers than the Eze. It's their Joe Shields guy that's worked with all these ex-City players, your Labias, your Palmers, I feel like I'm even forgetting a few. They're the two off the top of my head. So Morgan Rodgers would be another.
Where does Rodgers fit into this Chelsea side? Like for you, like I don't see where he comes in. Does he go on the left?
On the left. It's got to be on the left.
Wing?
But it's almost like
It's
not a direct left winger. It's more like you see how Cole Palmer plays here on that right. Yeah, he's right, but he's inside channel where he can move in and drift in onto his left and shoot. He's not going to be basically because Cucurella. I don't know if you watch Cucurella here, but Cucurella almost plays like a left winger. He's so advanced, Cucurella. So you have then an inside forward in Rodgers, literally drifting into the pockets in the left hand side, and then you got the pace.
I thought Cucurella was more in the pocket. I thought he was more like left.
He can be, but you can then
rather than left wing.
You need to play him on that side, and then they're almost like inside forwards. They're not going to be directly playing on the left hand side because
that's why I thought Gittins was more suited because Gittins hugs the touchline.
Yeah, he can do
that.
On
the outside, and then Cucurella drifts in. That I'm saying, I thought that dynamic works. But you're right with Rodgers. He's in that kind of left pocket, that left half space, whatever you want to call it. That's where he operates.
It'd be a quality signing, man. Quality signing.
Yeah, either way.
Do you get Rodgers? Do you think you get Rodgers done?
Bro, I think it all depends on what happens with Jackson, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think if we sell Jackson to Villa, I think we'll probably make it easier. You know, we've got a good relationship with those guys. Obviously, they don't want to sell him, but if we put the right money on the table, why not? You know what I mean? You put
imagine losing Rodgers and getting Jackson in reply. It's just shocking for Villa, man.
That's Emery's love child, bro. Emery loves it. You know what I mean?
What's going on with
make that happen? Let it happen.
What's going on with Villa? Like they've not really signed anyone. I know they sold their young Berend to someone. I see the other day. I think he left the club.
They lost their first 2 games of preseason as well. Like they're in trouble, man.
Have they signed anyone?
No, they've not signed anyone.
Who cares?
Have they taken
yes.
Yeah, Don, you're mad quiet, bro.
Yeah, you're mad.
I'm just trying to put his mic up a little bit. It's better than nothing because obviously his laptop's
not
working.
Put my mic up, man. I don't know what's going on with this.
You know, if you go on your settings, Don, yeah, go on your settings, yeah, and then just adjust your mic
volume.
Yeah, do you know what it is? You can't even adjust it on the StreamYard app, bro. Let me do it externally. I'll have to go.
We can hear you. We can hear you, bro. It's just quiet.
Yeah, let me know in the chat.
Yeah,
I know what to do. I know what to do, bro. Give me a sec.
Yeah. So for me, with them Aston Villa, going back to your point there, man. Like, I think they're gonna struggle, man. They need to sell.
What are they doing, man? What are Villa doing, man?
They're in trouble, man. They're in trouble. I don't know what's going on with them.
If they sell Watkins and Rodgers, yeah, and Emi Martinez, what are they actually doing, Villa? They're 3 of their best players.
That's fine, gone. You know, it's for them. It's like it's a very, very bad situation either way. They lose Emi Martinez, Rodgers, and Watkins. That's the whole spine of the team gone in terms of like what really, really has made them very good in the last couple of years, bro. Like. I dark times, you know, man. Like
it's like they're going 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like
this is what I hear about PSR, man. The price of winning and being a good team now is ridiculous now, man. And you know what I mean, like, bro, I hear it's there to almost like like be there as a regulation, but really and truly, it's not being regulated properly because people can sell football teams and people can do this and people.
I don't want to bring it back to my club, but I know I was complaining about FSG. Not spending in the past, but this is the kind of advantage of it that we're compliant with PSR. We can spend pretty much how much we want to because of the last 4 or 5 years. That's the only upside to it, that we kind of been run well enough. So now this summer we can kind of just move mad. But
Forest want to buy Ramsey. Imagine that. Even their youngsters are
Forest, because they need to replace.
I forgot about Ramsey, and he's a baller. Obviously, did he do his ACL? I think he did his ACL. He had a serious injury. But people need to remember, before he had that injury, he was like Rodgers before Rodgers. If we're keeping it,
he was
cold before that injury, and then he didn't really come back the same, in and out the team.
But who's that? Who are you talking about?
Ramsey.
Jacob Ramsey.
Is it better now? Is it better now as well? Yeah, you man can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Sound like watered down. Sound watered down still. Sound like a B-Tech version of yourself, but
fucking no, man. Because it's my iPad mic I'm using, bro, not the fucking Shure mic. But yeah, my Rodgers, I think Rodgers would be a top signing. I think it'd be a top signing, man. Obviously, look, Jackson as the third choice, I don't mind it. Ideally, I want to sell him to a Villa. I don't really want to sell him to a United, in all honesty. But if they come in and offer 60 million, I can't turn it down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't turn it down, bro.
Is this me or you sound like Chipmunk and that, bro? Yo,
bro, I'm telling you, this mic is fucked,
carry on, man. It sounds good. I can't lie.
The mic's a funny one. I don't know
why
why
you done a load of helium, bro.
I don't know what's going on here, man.
I'm doing the balloons.
Talk about guy, bless me, boy. Hook you up still.
Hey, carry on.
This mic's spots. I don't know what's going on. I need to fix it after this, bro. I'm showing you. Let me come back. Let me come back, man. Hey, think on hooks. Think on hooks. Think on hooks.
Let's use your phone, Don, innit, for a couple of minutes or so.
Stay on, bro. That was hilarious. I thought it was just me. I was like, yo, why did this guy sound like Chipmunk? I'm like, yo.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, it was the chat. It was
crazy.
the chat that realized. I thought it was just me, and then I see the chat.
Bro.
I'm like, right.
It was even the camera. You could just see his head. You couldn't see it.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Oh my God.
Nah, honestly, like if they do get raided, I don't know. I would walk if I'm Unai Emery. I'm walking, man, because my reputation is bigger than that, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, yeah, I mean, Unai Emery can manage a top team, bro. Like, you know
what, Saeed? It'll be so frustrating for the Villa fans because that we've built this for over the last 2-3 years. Got into Champions League football. Do you know what I mean? We have a good core of players. If we're being honest, their squads are better than the majority of the Premier League. Even their starting 11 can chat to a lot of the other Premier League clubs. And then it's like, you're just losing everyone now. They needed to build up last season. Obviously, it was unfortunate what happened at Old Trafford. Could say, bro, if that goal gets allowed, they win that game, in my opinion.
Bro, I'm telling you,
it's fine margins, isn't it? It's very fine margins. But yeah, man, it'll be a kick in the teeth to the Villa fans. Not going to lie. Them feels to walk. It could be back to mid-table settings for them. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I should shop at there, man. I feel like to go shopping at Villa. I'm gonna go Brummy quick. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, go get Onana, bro. You need an Onana in that midfield.
Get an Onana. I'll get
I might want to go shopping there as well. If we don't get a Gahey, I don't mind a Konza. I don't mind a Konza.
No, like this though. I'm gonna go to this though quick. You know what I'm saying? Do your light shop. Get to the men's. Yeah, I'll be happy with that.
They're right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's clubs now that are struggling, bro. Like, and listen, I'm not getting excited. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at them clubs and Forest, Aston Villa, Newcastle, all these clubs, but they're not going to the season the greatest of kind of like like even a Bournemouth for these man, like bro, like them man are all going to season
Bournemouth have been gutted at the back, man, completely gutted,
bro.
Yeah.
Like. Not many people have spent money. What's going on? Everton have only spent one signing. Like if we actually look at the
but that makes sense because of their stadium. Because normally Everton are splashing the cash.
Yeah, their stadium's called Dickinson Arena or something like that. What's their stadium called now, man?
I actually think they're gonna have an all right year, Everton. No, I don't mean like win something or going like top 5.
But better than the park.
I'll put them like sort of flirting with the top half because I actually think Moyes has done. He's such a good manager, man.
100%.
Yeah, but when you move to a new stadium, though, you haven't got that Everton aura of Goodison Park. I'm telling you now, Everton, Goodison Park was the reason why they got back to 2-2.
It's such a good stadium, man.
It's a stadium, bro. Stadium is small, it's compact,
it's intimate, it's proper like English, isn't it? Like,
bro.
I feel more confident going their new one than Goodison. Goodison, I hated it. But this new one, I'm feeling a bit more. You get the stands further away from the pitch, like
bro.
A bit more
library. We know about library.
Stadium. Look at West Ham Stadium, bro. Like you might go to West Ham Stadium. Look how far away it is from the football pitch, bro. Like West Ham fans will tell you, get me back to Bowling Park ASAP, bro.
Yeah.
Get me back.
It's like, this is why I'm so happy we didn't demolish Anfield. I know a lot of people say, but you need to up the revenue in your club and whatnot. I'm so happy we redeveloped it because I would have hated to leave Anfield. Because when all of you lot come to Anfield, it's very intimate. Literally, the fans can touch the players, you know what I mean, from their seats. I like all that stuff. Like, make it hostile for the opposition.
What's Chip saying? All right, Chip, talk to me, man.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, listen, look my kid. You know what it is, when I'm using my laptop, this is the mic I use, isn't it? Yeah, proper stuff, But this laptop, I need to replace it.
You need the Ethernet cable. Have you got Ethernet cable?
Broski, I've got that all plugged in. It's the laptop that's finished, man. I'm getting a new one. I'm getting you here. That's the bowling park. That's the bowling park.
What's it called then? What's
The truth is on you,
Okay,
Saeed.
bro.
Upton Park.
I think it was Bowling Ground at Upton Park.
Yeah,
bowling ground. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Bowling ground, man. Yeah, chicken.
Yeah. But I don't know why I said bowling park. Yo. That's
Bowling park.
I got mixed up.
Bro, that bit there is literally just like apartments now, bro. And they've got a bit. Yes, it's apartments. They've got a bit in the middle that says like this is where the semicircle was. So they've actually got like a little plate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I drive past there a lot, man. My barbers ain't too far from Upton Park, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said, that was a serious ground, bro.
I'll be real,
Everton, they might be in trouble just because of that, bro. Because then it becomes a stadium that they're not used to, bro. And you've got to have familiarity if you're a team that always struggles.
It could work the other way, though. It could work the other way because I don't think we can compare like the London Stadium of West Ham's to because that is not a football stadium, man. It's the worst. It's the worst away trip. It's absolutely embarrassing, like sitting in that away ground. I've been there. It's like awful. And when your stadium is famous for Mo Farah instead of your football club, I'd rather pass, man. So I think Everton might be all right, man. I don't know. I fancy Everton to do all right because I rate Moyes. I think Moyes is one of those managers. I wouldn't want him at my club, but for a club like that, I think he can do well, man.
And you know what, Puts, even a couple of their players, they re-signed Alcaraz brother, which I rate highly. They and Diaz probably gonna have a better season. He's gonna improve as a player. But I can't lie there. I think they need to sign a 9 because I'm hearing they're looking to get rid of Beto. I don't know why they'll be looking to get rid of him, but because he seemed decent last season. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin to United. Saeed will see him in the United shirt soon.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that. Early predictions, man. Them, yeah. Who are you saying to go back down, or like
Brentford,
go down?
Brentford.
I don't think it will be, man. It won't be Brentford, man. They'll find a way of staying up, man. I'm gonna say Leeds. Leeds.
Why are you saying Leeds? If you're gonna say Leeds, you might as well say United in there as well. Then
Leeds, I'm gonna say for me, it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Everton.
I think the 3 that come up will go back down.
Everton.
Who came up?
We play this every year about Everton, don't we, man?
Sunderland, and who's the other team?
Burnley.
Burnley. Yeah.
No, we need Sunderland in the Prem.
Yeah, we do, man.
There's only Brentford for me that are questionable. All the others I think are safe. I've got to be honest.
The last 3 seasons we've seen, or even the last 3-4 seasons. When's the last time a team got relegated that wasn't part of the relegation setup? Does anybody know? I'm trying to think.
They're trying to. They usually. Who's the last team that stayed up after coming up? Is the question, I think.
Wasn't it
Brighton and Brentford haven't gone down yet.
Brentford.
Like these Norwich and that they come for a season. I mean, Fulham's another one that managed to stay up.
Yeah,
Fulham.
You
know what?
Hey, Sunderland are doing business though. I'll give them that.
Let's be honest, bro. If you're not a Geordie, you want them in the league, bro. That's heritage stadium. Like we want them in the league, man. I think Burnley, Leeds, and Brentford go down. I think 2 out of the 3.
I like Leeds to stay up because I think they're old school as well. Leeds and Sunderland, I don't mind them staying up. Burnley, they can go like without being rude. Like I hate going up there. It's a shit away day, and it's right miles away.
Got some banging curry spot though in Burnley though. I can't lie, man. Shout out to
I've heard about it.
That's it.
Yeah,
but yeah, nah, man.
I'm gonna have to go Leeds away, man. I want to go Leeds away, but I need a little
Leeds away quality, man.
I want Leeds to stay in the league, but I just think they'll go down because Leeds are like us. They are partners in crime. We hate these lot with Leeds. So I like Leeds. Do you know what I mean? But I just think I don't really know much of their business, but I just think they're that team to. You get a huff and puff, but they'll probably just still go down, man.
You know
a team we ain't mentioned that could be in trouble, you know? And my mate Lawless ain't going to like it. But West Ham, I don't know what they're doing.
Bro.
Seriously.
Listen.
You reckon?
They've got Bowen, man. They've got a goal scorer in Bowen.
Bowen is the only thing they've got. They've lost Kudus. Paqueta wants out. They've got nobody coming in that looks anything decent.
What are you talking about? They got Kyle Walker-Peters, bro.
Huh? Kyle Walker-Peters. I actually don't mind, to be fair.
He's actually decent.
I actually don't mind him. But for me, when Wan-Bissaka is your player of the season, you've got problems, man. Like, there's an issue.
By the way, in some breaking news, Nottingham Forest, Gibbs-White has not travelled with the squad to Portugal. I don't know whether this is a bomber for you lot, you know what I mean? But he's not traveled apparently to Portugal. Yeah, this might be some indication that, you know what?
This is embarrassing as well, by the way. Another deal that's embarrassing. It's
Do
just,
you know what, Ash, yeah?
This Forest chairman just needs to just accept what's going on, let it happen and move on, man. It's bizarre.
Move on. You know what?
I've been trying to tell him.
Educate me on this still, because what is going on? Like, why can't you land this player?
I was hoping you'd educate me, brother. I thought we paid the money. The player says he was out. I said free man like Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I'm saying. So I just I don't get it, man. I just thought, raw. It's as simple as he had an NDA and somehow it got out. There's ITKs, bro. People talk. There's what do you call it? You have agents. Agents talk, and apparently he fired the whole legal team or scouting team that was before him, whatever, because they put the 60 mil clause in because they thought that Nottingham Forest might get relegated. That's the reason why they put it in. So it was more of a safety thing, but he's outperformed what they thought he was going to do. And obviously they went to give him a new deal and he said, "Nah, cuz, you get me? I'm bigger than the Forest." Yeah, you know I'm saying. So yeah, I think that's what it is. And ever since then, they've been trying to offer Morgan Gibbs-White to other clubs. Apparently, I heard how they spoke to City again, said, "Brother, look, you sure you don't want him? Because we don't want to sell to Spurs. Just take him, innit?" What up? They just want people, man. They just want a new op. I don't understand it. We've got ops already, and they just want to add it to our op list. But look, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying?
I think Wolfie had a word with the club. He hates Spurs, so he's had a word with upstairs. So,
I know. Fake beef, innit? It's like West Ham hate us as well. I don't understand why. It's just some fake beef. You know what I mean? I get it, but you know what it is? Like food chain, innit? As you know and already know, if it's food thing, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
certain man want to eat at KFC, certain man want to feed at Nando's. You know what I'm saying? Some man go big fish, little fish. I don't know, bro. Like,
do you know what it is, Ash? A lot of clubs are just hard of hearing because we've been trying to tell Newcastle for the past 2 weeks it's food chain, but they don't want to hear it as well. So I
didn't make the rules. Don't be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make the rules.
Listen, we could all be united in that aspect of yeah, we didn't finish in the top 6 last year, but we're the big 6, right? And them man got to realize who they're dealing with, bro. You know what I mean, bro, man? You know what I mean, bro? As much as them, man, are good teams and no disrespect, but brother, like, know your role, man. You know what I mean? Like, when we come calling, you gonna give me your players. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. You know
Saeed, chill out. Because if this Gyokeres, he hears United, he says, "Damn, put that phone down. I want to."
No, hold on. You know what's so funny about Ash, bro? He can only have this much chest for Forest and them man there. Yeah. When it comes to everyone else,
I know my place. I know my place. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I know the settings. You get me? But don't let them man there chat.
Yeah, don't let them man there chat those though, man.
You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not gonna come with you. I know somebody's shameless.
You know what? It was a pre-season, man. Them. But let them don't let them man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro.
Do you know what? To be fair,
Wolfie reckons it's a step down. Morgan Gibbs-White from Forest is a step down. That's what Wolfie reckons.
Know your role, man. Know your role, bro. Know your role, man.
You know when you come to Spurs, yeah, they don't really sell to maybe Chelsea and United and City. Liverpool, they'll never sell to Arsenal, but we don't really do business, Ash. We rarely do business. I can't remember the last player that even went to Spurs or went to Liverpool.
Redknapp, probably Redknapp, John Scales. You know them ones there, you know what I'm saying? Certain man don't even know who they are.
I don't know who John Scales is.
They only know Redknapp through the punditry in Sky Sports. They didn't know he was a real player, cuz.
Yeah.
You can make a 25-man squad from Arsenal and Chelsea.
Actually, sorry, I forgot the bait one. Sorry, Sol Campbell. Sorry, you have sold to Arsenal. I just have to put that in there. That was the obvious one.
It is what it is, man.
Like, listen, I hear it, yeah, but like, bro, like, I think it's becoming a joke now where, you know, but then again, it just shows the gap's getting smaller, and we as the top big 6, and we're not doing our duties to stay there, bro. We're not, bro, and that's the problem as well. You can't stay still, and if you mess around, you look at Newcastle now; they're established now. in the top 4 races now. Nottingham Forest are trying to get in there. Aston Villa are trying to get in there. So you got like, bro, like you can't mess around now, man.
What are you doing then, Saeed? After Cunha and Mbeumo, what are you doing?
It looks like Sesko, man. What are you not telling me, Arsenal fans, man? Give me a scout report on Sesko, man. You know what I mean? What did you learn in that Sesko saga? Let me know, bro, because boy, you know, it might be a Sesko thing. It's hotting up right now, this Sesko thing. I can't lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I was against this Sesko thing, but something's telling me, no, you know what, man? Because they've got Cunha and Mbeumo, I think it's less of a risk in a Sesko. You get me?
And he's better than what you have. And he's better than what you have.
Definitely better than what you have. Definitely better than what you have. But so is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So, you know, but look, I don't think it's a bad. I don't think it'd be a mad signing, but it's a lot of money in it.
It's a lot of money. That's the problem, though. We can't afford him. So unless Vivel, yeah, who knows him and knows him from the Red Bull model, yeah. If he could get a good deal, then bro, more than welcome.
What good deal are you getting? What good deal are you getting? You was in that room negotiating. You was in that room negotiating for over a month, yeah, and you ended up getting extorted either way. You know what I'm saying? So what good deal are you getting?
It's a myth, though. We didn't really get extorted, though. Let's be honest.
What happened in there? What happened in there? You took all that time. To get a cut price. You took all that time to get a cut price, and you ended up paying the P's anyway.
No, I hear that. But this idea that Man United got extorted, though, is still a myth, though. We didn't get extorted. Like 65 million for Mbeumo is not extorted, bro. Yes, we probably paid 5 million over the price that we probably originally wanted, but it took a while, don't get me wrong, and it should never have took a while for what Brentford always wanted. I agree with that logic, but I don't think we got extorted, though. Like, we did.
21 goals.
I'm just pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg in it.
Obviously, I'm just saying that. Not just you, it's a lot of people have said that.
No, but there's people. You know I like Cunha. You know I like Cunha. You know I like.
Yeah, Cunha's a bad boy, man. Cunha's gonna rip up. You know what I mean? Teams next season, man. He's on it.
No,
my thing is, yeah,
Mateta.
My list was Mateta, Watkins, and then anyone below that. It's got to be maybe a Sesko or whatever. Like, I'm not really too fussed here. But for me, if Sesko is the player that United are going for, I'm not like fully against it. You know what I'm saying?
So what happens if you end up with Jackson then? What happens if you end up with Jacko?
Then yo, we gonna crash out. You feel me? Then we get the car park. You know what I mean? Because I'm not getting another Chelsea player. I don't think it's a dodge yet, but bro, we don't need to be giving money to Chelsea anymore.
Nah, Saeed, I think it'll be a fantastic signing, bro. I can think of the link-up play between Mbeumo and Cunha.
Keep him then.
Right now.
If he's fantastic, then keep him then.
No, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. He would be a brilliant signing, bro. Because even last season,
I think he'll be brilliant in that Maresca system.
Hold on, Saeed. I think it would be a brilliant signing, yeah. Last season, his finishing improved even more, bro. Yeah, the link-up play last season was fantastic, bro. Yeah, double-digit goals. He facilitates the team. You know what I mean? He never gets sent off. He never gets sent off. He never gets sent off. He never gets in trouble.
Never gets sent off.
Yeah?
Are you sure about that?
He never gets in trouble.
Hold on a minute. In the last.
No, he's being sarcastic side. He's got you.
He's not, man. Because I think he's great. No.
When I was actually thinking about
No, wait. When you said, when you know what was signed Jackson, I swear you were hyping him. B-roll. When you were getting,
I didn't even know him.
Are you sure? Are you sure the West Ham never came out on Jackson? Are you sure?
No, I didn't know who Jackson was.
He needs to go back to the league. He needs to go back to the league.
To be fair, I've been digging him up since he's been a Chelsea player, but I can vouch for Don. He didn't know.
He's rubbish. He's not rubbish, bro. Man, seeing qualities of Jackson. But you know what I've seen the last year, especially, is his petulance that he thinks is better than what he is here. He gets a bit rattled. And I just don't like that ugly side of his game now, bro, where when it's not going his way, man start moving a bit mad, bro. He's lost his head, bro. He's got a bozo in him. And if you go do what Man United are doing right now, and we're not getting goals and we're not doing what we need to do, I'm not really feeling that. And the amount of chances he misses, bro, is absolutely mad.
It's ridiculous, bro, yeah? And when you even think about Jackson as a player, there's no in-between with him, bro. When he's having a good game, like facilitating and linking up play, very, very good. But when he's having a bad game, bro, even the touches, yeah, I'm like, broski, you're playing like you're wearing 2 shin pads, not just one. You know what I'm saying? Like your shin pads are coming down and you can't even get your touch together, bro. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the finishing ROMs, yeah, some of the finishing, bro, yeah, it's just pathetic.
This brings me on to my point. How many midday lives did we have last season where Chelsea dropped points and they played well. Don comes on here and says, the thing is, we actually played well, but this Jackson guy can't finish his chances. You know how much midday lives we had? Do you know how much shows you had on Potter's channel where it was literally like rinse and repeat? You could copy and paste what you said the previous week and use it for the coming week. So I know what you mean. I think we all agree. Jackson's not a bad player at all. He can link play. He's quite effective, but one-on-one. Don, it was getting to points. I was watching Chelsea. Jackson goes 1-on-1. I'm like, yeah, goal kick. Or
legit. I'm telling you, put it this way, yeah. Jackson started in the Club World Cup for Chelsea. We get knocked out. Yeah, we get knocked out. I'll be coming on here saying, yo, we played well, we created chances. Enzo created, Palmer created. Unfortunately, Jackson kept missing. Right? The reason why we won it is because we actually had finishers in front of goal. Right? You bring in a Jackson, this guy's finishing is not it. I think he'll be better when he's like 26, 27, innit? You know what I mean? You know, he's not getting any younger. He's 23 now, but he's got a lot of developing to do, man.
Them, bro. You know that was there.
Ain't got the time for it.
He's 24 now, innit? So he's playing like he's some sort of 19-year-old kid, bro. You know that was there, bro. Like seriously, man. So let's see, man. Let's see, man. Let me get these super chats in before we wrap up, people. Slot 20 lost 23 players in Feyenoord and won the league. Mkhitaryan has similar numbers to Wirtz in the Dutch league. Listen, Mkhitaryan's a bad boy, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. They're like put him on the market at that time. We got him for I don't know how much we got him for, but we got him for very, relatively cheap. Robert Dino says, Don, don't forget you didn't finish above City. Respect Pep. You man would be nowhere without us. Know your place. Slapped up twice last season, and we'll see what happens to the Kitty Pride of London this season. Yeah, there you go.
I thought you lot were friends.
Hey, man, you learn from your mistakes, man. We went into that game with the wrong mentality.
He was dissing them. Rematch is like FIFA Street mixed with Rocket League. A very tactical, addictive. You play with friends, skip the next FIFA and get it. Trust me. Okay. But I know the FIFA Street back in the day, though, and that was, you can't get better than that one now. FIFA Street 2, bro. Like, bro, that was...
Yeah, FIFA Street 1 and FIFA Street 2 are the best ones. And I remember when they tried to bring it out with Peter Crouch and that on the front, bro. Shit after that, bro.
Yeah. Only Solis and Dan harping up about how much of a shambles the Chelsea project is with the surface level of analysis, only for us to smash PSG and become world champions.
Now Dan Post is pushing now. Now he's pushing, are you favourites to win the league? Yeah? You can't give credit about the Club World Cup. He's now asking, are you favourites to win the league? He's all sending me.
I hear it. Do you know what, Dan?
His head's gone.
You're spot on. Surely you can't conquer the world, but not conquer your own league.
Conquer Europe.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about us. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? How can you hate? You can't even get into the club, bro. Like this bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Don is mad emotional about Arsenal. All he cares about is Arsenal. When I ask a genuine question, he can't answer it. He has to answer.
You didn't ask me no genuine question.
He can't just say yes or no. So he has to give all these things. It's a fake quote. It's a stupid question. I've already answered it. I've already told you, man. We'll just say no, we're not good enough to win the league or the Champions League. Then.
This guy literally sent a fake quote from Jamie Carragher. Jamie Carragher, he ran away, bro. He's gone missing. We can't find him. Yeah, we can't find him. He's been bombarded by Chelsea fans on the timeline, and he's been ignoring us like he can't see what's going on. Yeah, then you go on.
He'll be back. He'll be back. Trust me.
He'll be back. But this guy sent me a fake quote asking me if Chelsea are favourites. Broski, I ain't heard a single Chelsea fan say this. You know we're not favourites. Why are you asking me?
Why don't you just answer the question easily? Easy question to answer.
Because I know what you're doing. Bro. Yeah, we could win the Prem today. We could win the Prem today. It's what Potts will do. We'll win the Prem today. He'll then ask, are you going to win the World Cup next year, bro? That's what we'll do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do, bro.
Then you just say, no, I don't think we will.
Adash, is there any new signings that look spooky since the takeover? I can't remember that props Ekitike. Their targets, I don't just hype their targets ball out. I don't know, bro. I'll have to double check that one.
Actually, a shout. Who's not been like a hit since your takeover, Don? Because you've probably had more hits than misses.
Is it Chelsea?
Yeah.
Since the takeover. I think the Darcy has been a flop.
The Sassy, yeah. Badia Sheila has been a flop.
Modric.
Yeah.
Modric, of course. Badia Shiel.
Yes. That's in regards to
yeah.
We've got a lot of hits, man. We've got a lot of hits.
That's a shout.
Chelsea, Sterling, yeah. Washington. You know what? We need to add that guy that he bought for 20 million, man. Nobody's talking about, man. You get me?
Oh, Kellyman.
Kellerman, man. Let's add
He
him
don't
in there.
exist. He don't exist.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he even exist?
Just before we wrap up here,
Who that is?
dodgy deal, man. I feel sorry for Omar Kellerman, man. Imagine being bought for 20 million, bro. You just not even known, bro.
Yeah, he picked up an injury, man. He's had a shit start to his career at Chelsea, innit? He'll get sold anyway. You know how it goes, man. We make a lot of profit. These guys get flipped.
Profit, but it's you know what I mean. It's not nice to see, man. You know what I'm saying to you. But anyway, that's football for you, man. But guys, we have hit 1,000 likes. Thank you all for reaching that target. That's been amazing. If we could get to 1.5, that would be even more better. Shout out to the panel, man. Shout out to first and foremost Ash, who came in and slotted nicely, man. That was a very, very good super, you know what I mean, sub, man. You know what I mean? Big up to you, man. We got a solid roster, man. Big up to you, man. Let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, man. Spurs Kings TV. And yeah, man, just catch me there, brother. Thanks for the invite. Big up Jaws when he comes back. He'll shout it down for the Spurs community. You know how it goes. But big up you, man. Still.
Big up to you, man. You
Love.
can find you can find Ash's channel in the description as well. Make sure you get his numbers up, man. Don, you got your Blue Diaries today. What's going on?
Yeah, listen, Blue Diaries today. Hopefully I can get this fucking thing to work for later. But yeah, I went live yesterday with like Matisse, Alexis.
You know, a good show, man.
Yeah, me, Matisse, Alexis. Who else was on there? Alex, Chelsea Fan TV. And we also had Javon. So yeah, people, if you haven't watched that one, make sure that you catch up, man. It had the most views on the channel. I think we had over like 900 people watching at one point.
Oh my
yeah, make sure that you don't tune in. That was a good chat, man. But yeah, Blue Diaries later. See, me and Ranks will be on live at 5:30 as well, people. But yeah, look out for the content, man. We got the man them.
Defo, man. Big up to the man them. Big up to Rums, man. Football Verbal. You had a show with CB in it. What the podcast?
Yeah, it should actually drop today at 7. Latest tomorrow, just the producer's still editing it and whatnot. But yeah, the show CB should be dropping today at 7. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, big up Dan, big up Ash, big up Don. Chat as always, you know, go ahead. If you ever see me just laughing randomly, it's probably because of something one of you lot said. You know, fun. But yeah, just big up and that, and have a good week.
Yeah, defo, man, defo. Big up to you, man, Dan Potts. We are going to be redirecting Dan Potts' show with, is it Pete? He said Pete in it, right?
Yeah, me and Pete are going to talk about his Isak stuff, man, because Pete's been losing his head and getting rattled a bit, man. So I'm going to ask him what's going on. So it should be a good show, man. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, we're over there now on Football Talk, man. Big up for having me, and big up to the panel on the chat, man.
Yeah, big up, man. There was a last super chat came in. Big up Don and Saeed. Thank you always for flying the blue flag very high. Don't let anyone talk you down, man. Now, big up Don, man. The one thing about Don, he does back Chelsea to the hill. You got a proper Chelsea rep on this show, man. So yeah, I mean, I know he can go ahead sometimes, maybe too much, but he's solid, man. He's solid. So big up to Don. I'll be back later on, man, for some Straight Jacket podcast at 5:30. Maybe there's a bomber. Maybe we get Mbrumo confirmation. You know what I mean? That he's officially a United player. And yeah, man, we move now. Sesko, who knows? Take care, guys. I'll see you in Dan Potts' show. Take care.